Welcome to episode 2 of the BRS podcast. Today we are joined by two of our fabulous leadership members, the one, the only, Captain Emily,
Hey.
Mr. Alexis,
Hi, everyone.
and to his right, none other than the queen, young Catherine, the GOAT. Today's topics, we're going to cover everything from leadership to balancing this run club thing with life, with work, with careers, families, and we'll get into some discussion about where we're going, in the months to come. What are the fun things we have in store and lined up for everyone? As you can see, our backdrop has some new features in it. They'll speak to that a little bit later. Anytime we have a guest on the show, we ask them to bring a medal that's meaningful to them, and later on we're gonna have them kind of point it out and discuss the why. Emily, what does leadership mean to you in this context?
With the group itself, I think when we first started, when I joined you guys, it was week 4. So it was more of just starting to get things organized. I remember we were at the restaurant and I just told Kat, you need help, let's start doing the newsletter. At that time, it was just like helping Kat. But just leading the group in itself and then showing structure and doing things. And so it's just leading the group.
But I do remember you kind of staying to yourself, staying off to the side a little bit, testing the waters. And now I feel like all newcomers kind of gravitate to Emily off rip. I don't know what it is, right? She's able to identify who's that person who's a little shy and staying off to the side like she once did. And, once she kind of welcomes them in to the fold, it's like they're like behind her. Everywhere she goes, she's kind of leading her own pack and stuff like that.
I was once an introvert. I think I've blossomed as the years have gone by. And it's something that when I see someone that's quiet or that they're shy, they look, you could tell when it's, a new person, they don't know anyone. So I want to be that face as well out of, the 10 of us, 12 of us. That, hey, it's okay, come, and I start off by telling them, listen, we're going to do this, and we break up into groups, and it's okay. And then it's something about, my teacher self is, what's your name? Okay, Elvis? All right, I got you. And then next time Elvis comes, hey, Elvis, how's it going? And then you feel the weight's off their shoulders. So it's okay, they remember me now. So.
And it works a lot. I think you've developed your own hive. There's an Emily hive for sure in the group, and you always see them, and they're great, and we thank you for continuing that and always being that safe space for newcomers especially. Alexis, what keeps you showing up, dude?
Generally, the group itself, the chance to hang out, let's say, with people that becomes familiar to you. You see these people. Before it used to be every Tuesday, once a week. Now we have many more different events, and we see each other probably 3-4 times a week, and on Sunday mornings and stuff like that. So you get familiar with a lot of faces, a lot of people, and beyond that camaraderie and fun that everyone has together while running or while we're doing other things. That keeps me, always wanting to come back to the group. And on a personal point of view, it's just, I want to achieve new goals, accomplish new things. So in order to do that, you have to continue to show up and do the work.
It's been amazing just to watch your journey from the beginning to where you are today. You put one of those medals up there. We're gonna get to that and talk about it a little later. And I think Gus mentioned it to me in a conversation the other day where adults, right? Making adult friendships is not the easiest. And I think there's a stat behind it. Something about where if you spend, I think it takes 80 to 100 hours of spending with people for adults to become friends. A child can do it in 3 minutes, right? For us, it's a lot different. We've been through stuff. We're actively going through stuff. We have responsibilities. We have jobs, families, and so many things that get in the way of, we almost put up walls with one another. And to watch the way all these strangers have come together, but there's probably like a core of like 70 people, 60 to 70 people that if we say let's do an event at 2 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna probably get a good 60 to 70 people that are gonna show up to that. No matter what the event, we could say we're gonna go read books.
Get ice cream.
Everybody's excited, everybody signs up. We have that core of people that were complete strangers just a couple years ago, didn't know one another, maybe 2 or 3 because somebody brought somebody in that they knew from before, but just to see that, and we put more than 100 hours into spending time with one another, and the way that kind of sparked what we've become, it has been truly, truly fascinating. When I see people bring their kids, that means a lot because kids are watching, kids are learning, they're being inspired by what they see these adults doing. So now we're talking about generational impact.
And I think you made a good point, when making adult friendships is hard, but when people start bringing the kids, I think that that's also like, wow, that person trusts us to be around their child, because that's also a big one. You don't just bring your children around anyone, right? So I think that that also says a lot about the group, about the leadership, about the people that come, where it's a safe space. And I know that my child, we have toddlers and strollers to teens and all that I think that speaks also a lot to what we fostered as a community.
Yeah, I think of Beth and her 2 little kids, and the husband comes on the weekends, and it's just, and then you have Sergio and the kids, and it's like, so they start seeing that, and then it's just like, Liam comes with Declan, and it's just, there's so many tios in the group that we're just all become tios and tias, but it's just such a family atmosphere, that the kids start seeing that, and who knows, Emilio joined, track and field, wasn't it? Or Sergio's son. So yeah, it's good vibes all around.
But definitely that generational impact. Speaking of Declan, Liam at the turkey trot, he got him out of the stroller, and Declan just kind of like took off running. I think running were his first steps, believe it or not. And he was kind of good. He was kind of fast. So, I told him, man, he has good genetics. What's the hardest part versus what's the best part about being a leader?
Oh, that's a good one. I'll start with the best part. The best part for me is really seeing everybody's growth, like everybody achieve their goals. People saying, I've never ran a 5K and they're like completed marathons this year. Seeing their pace improve. Just really seeing people make that investment in yourself. Because, we all have goals and we all have things that we can do. But running is something that no one can do for you. No one else can cross that finish line but you. So that's really one of the most amazing things and best things that I get. We've cried, we laugh, I lose my voice. Like at Flanagan's, I couldn't talk for 2 days, which Elvis was a little happy about that. But, that's really incredible. Like to wake up, to go cheer for these people when we're not running. Even like Elizabeth ran, we did the Turkey Tron Tamarack, and she went to cheer for a 5K, which that's the best. Seeing that is truly amazing. The hard part, I think, for me is sometimes, showing up on days that I don't feel like showing up, finding the energy and the motivation. There literally was a time where I told Emily, I was like, I can't. And Emily was like, I'm gonna give you 2 hours, cry, scream, do what you gotta do, but I'll see you at 6:45. So showing up, but also, not letting my personal feelings and my emotions or whatever's going on that day affect how I show up as a leader and also to the group. Because, you said it, Elvis, we all have lives, work, and other stressors outside of running. People a lot of the times run because they're running away from their problems. That's the running joke, right? But being able to say, I'm going to show up, but I'm not my best self right now, but I need to lead by example because I have people looking at me. I think that's the hard part, because it's a conversation sometimes with myself that I'm like, I'm having a hard day. I don't want to come off the wrong way. I don't want to seem rude. I don't want to seem angry, or I don't want to seem sad. That's something that's hard. But then reminding myself that, I am in this position, and, with this position, as fun as it is and as stressful as it is, it does come with a lot of responsibility. So I feel like that's kind of hard. There's like a fine line of, having a good time and showing up, but then also remembering that there's responsibility that comes with that.
And I think it's also the people battery, we call it. Like, and it's okay to have bad days. But oftentimes when you do come out and you run, you feel better. Like, you're like, oh, I needed this, right? So I've been there. I'm like, my people battery's low. And then I get there and I'm like, okay, or,
recharged.
Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know. It's just, you kind of just forget whatever work day you had, and then you run and it's like, I have a live it list. I have a live list that, it's not like the Google calendar, nothing like that. It's literally.
Shout out to Google.
We love you, Google, but you confuse me at times. It's literally a list. That's how I keep myself organized. And then, it's just agenda, like, regular old school agenda, if we're talking about really organizing. But then it's like blocking my time. Tuesdays, I can't do anything. I have BRS. If it's, fourth, Thursday out of the month, sorry, I have bridge work. So it's really just setting the time for me. It's gotten easier, but it's also, telling my friends I want to go have happy hour. I can't. I have marathon training. That's hard. But, there'll be a light at the end of the tunnel in 6 weeks, and then I'll go back to my happy hour times. But, it's just balancing. There's just, and then there's times that the girls call, hey, don't forget, we have this. And it's like, oh, crap. We got to do that.
One off the list.
I'm like, oh, sorry. But it's just, there's a balancing with the girls, balancing with my calendar, live it list, and, and then family. We need to,
Pour into to all those little things, and make sure that your cup has enough to be able to spread across, right, and into those buckets. And kudos to the leaders in this group who have gone above and beyond, and even sometimes put their own training things aside to be able to provide that space for people.
I believe it's just by understanding that, we like Kat says, we get to do this, release pressure, and to actually have fun, to enjoy, whatever you want to enjoy while running. You want to enjoy a time for yourself, for relaxation, or you want to just run and enjoy what you're seeing around. It's just keeping it away from your daily routine or problems.
keeping it light, keeping it fun.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and obviously,
Fun, we know how to do it.
obviously, you have to. I mean, you have to set like the things that you want to accomplish, your goals and standards you want to keep, but also understanding that we're not Olympic athletes. We're here to have fun anyway.
Alexis, I kind of look at myself.
I'm sorry.
We're high performance athletes.
Humbled me right now. But.
I feel like running a run club is an Olympic sport, to be honest with you. This is not easy.
Yeah. We have our peak times.
Listen,
there are months that we're just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I'll see you later, guys. I'll see you at 4. And then it's like...
And then again, I'll see you again at 5 a.m.
The original idea with Broward Running Society, why we incorporated that name into our group, was because every Tuesday we were going to go shift the routes. We were going to literally run somewhere in Broward County, whether from Miramar to Parkland. We were going to cover all the bases, east to west, north and south. The idea was every Tuesday we were going to do a 5K in one area, right? One town. And that seemed like a really daunting task. When we did that first one, was like, there's no way. We found the Greenway. We liked our meetup spot, and we were like, nah, this is it. We got to stay here. We decided to, because we started in April and we started doing long runs in May of 2023. So in May, we decided to make our long runs go shift routes, because every weekend we are in a different part of Broward County. So that is just kind of like speaking on that point that you were making about the scenic, like switching it up. That I think has kind of kept it really cool. There was a time where we were running Markham and something went into my eye.
Oh, I remember that day.
Oh my God. Good thing she's a nurse.
Listen, I looked like Swamp Thing.
We brought it up yesterday because Stacy's Omar was like so concerned. He's like, don't freak out when you see Elvis's. I'm like, what happened? And then Omar
started to look like
texted
the guy from
him
Hitch.
and
Yeah, that's what they were calling me. Somebody sent me a meme of Hitch and me.
And it's like, no, and the thing is, like,
Side by side of
you didn't want to go. He was like still talking to people. We're like, dude, like is it gonna?
urgent care. Somebody was like freaking out. It eventually settled. I don't know what I did. Poured water on it, and maybe took some type of antihistamine. But yeah, man, it was not cute at all. I think I still got those pictures. I'll probably put them up one day. This next question, I'm gonna put it out to the ladies because I've heard them be more philosophical about this topic. How do you set boundaries? Emily has a great saying. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna just let you say it. But it's a saying that I frequently remind myself behind that. How do you set boundaries for yourself with regard to leadership, with regard to running, with regard to lifing? Apply to any area you wish. How do you go about that?
For me, I will say that I've learned a lot from Emily with this. I'm the person that I don't think had boundaries in the sense of like I was always, and I still have a lot of, I regress a lot often. But I would say yes to everything, and my cup would be not even empty, it would be dry. Like you could see that there was nothing there. And really, like, I not only admire and respect, but I love Emily a lot. And that's one of the things that she taught me of, like, you have to set boundaries. No is a sentence. You don't have to say yes to everything. I always kind of would feel like the pressure, okay, I'm in leadership, I have to do this, I got invited to this, I have to do that. If I go here and I don't go there, people are gonna get offended. And I was literally drowning myself. I felt exhausted physically, mentally. It was draining. So I really appreciate and thank Emily for that, of just setting boundaries. And then I started kind of like filtering that into my personal life, That's needed. Boundaries doesn't mean you don't care about someone or you don't want to do something or you're being disrespectful. It's just, I'm not going to say the word because it's Emily's line.
It's protect your peace.
Yeah. So,
So you protect your peace. And I think it's just that for the most part, we're people pleasers, right? So you're invited to a baby shower, but then you have to go over here. And then it's like, oh yes, I'll be there. And yes, I'll be there. And then by the end of the day, you're miserable. You're tired. You're just like, where did my Saturday go? But in my 48 years, I've learned that, you know what? No is a sentence. And you don't have to give explanations to everyone, 100%. Or just period. You don't, anyone, right? To anyone, But when my mom calls, I do have to say, "Mami, ya, espérate, mami, ya."
Everyone
except for my mama. But it's just, saying no is a sentence. Saying protecting your peace. I'm sorry, I can't go to this event. I'm leaving it at that, right? So it's a balance, And I wish that Emily, 20-year-old Emily, would have caught on. So, Alyssa, say no. My daughter, my kids, it's something that I'm trying to show them that, hey, you don't have to be everywhere, because you're just going to be drained.
And you've done a really good job of showing the ladies in leadership and Emily Hive as well. I mean, I learned from it, and I thank you for that. And that's the teacher in you.
Yeah, I mean, if I could share a little bit of my what I've learned with my girls, and listen, I see them stressed out. Hey, what are you stressed out? No, hold on, don't get stressed out.
Alexis, where would you be without running, dude?
Out in these streets, man. No. I'd be in prison, be like, Mom, come bail me out. Maybe, no, I mean, I'm not. Before I started running with the group, I used to go out a lot, like Friday, Saturday nights. And even if I didn't have anything to do, like any plans, friends,
Make plans.
I would try to find something, somewhere to go, something to do. You're always doing something during the weekends, There's always a long run, either Saturday or Sunday, so you have to go to bed early.
Messes up your Fridays and Saturday nights, huh?
It's nice because you also learn how to create that balance as well. Because even though you show up during the weekends for the long runs, you do part of your training as well during the weekends. Every now and then you're like, okay, we need to do something. Let's go out, have dinner, or let's get together. Let's meet somewhere. Let's go to a bar, have a drink, and talk a little bit about life. I mean, you learn how to do it, at decent hours.
4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like dinner's at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock dinner.
Exactly. you learn like, oh, you know, you don't have to like be out like till like 3, 4 in the morning anymore. Like, you know, you go out 6, 7 p.m. You know.
Yeah, and you go out at 3 or 4 in the morning to run.
The OGs always told me growing up, nothing good happens after midnight outside. It took me a really long time to realize that. but
Very
I'm really
long.
Glad that. Come on. Man. We are here now, and we were able.
A lot of date nights you have.
Ton. We've replaced all of the outside times with date nights, and you know.
But to add
Gotta
to
add those to Emily's live list because I need to get that list going.
but to add to that, do you remember Lola 2023?
Oh God.
Two worlds collided there because our outside selves and our runner selves.
2024.
Well, no, it was 2023 because
No, 23 and 24.
23 was the first
But exactly,
Yeah.
but 24.
he was there. Remember, he didn't run.
Yeah, he was
I
never
didn't
in
run.
his room.
He was
Every
just
time
there-
we would
he
find
was
him, he
just-
was
no,
in
no,
his
No, hold on. That was 24.
23?
No, but hold on.
was
Let
there.
me explain.
Yeah.
Part of the social.
Yeah,
You guys were hanging out at La Placita, and I ran into Elvis, and I was, hey, what's up, guys? And you guys had to, Kat had to run the next day.
Mind you,
all
wait.
We
But
all
let's
did.
let's go back though. We ran the 5K at 3 in the morning. Saturday was the 10K at 4 in the morning. And then
But some of us wanted to dance.
yeah, and we went to La Placita.
We're gonna go just
For an
look at
hour.
it.
Listen,
gonna go be
listen.
there
If we're
for
gonna
an
say
hour.
the story, let's
That's
say
what
the
she
real
said.
story, okay? Because there's a lot of oh no, let's go. I think Emily was the one like, yeah, we'll go for a little bit, and I was like, I really want to. I don't. Yeah, let's go for a little bit. We'll be in bed. I was like, we'll be back at the Airbnb in bed by 11 o'clock. I said, okay.
Until I saw your nostrils flare.
So then we go and we run into this guy. Now you can proceed.
Okay, so at that time, 2023, a couple of friends from my country, from Ecuador, they came to visit. And I'm like, have you ever been to Puerto Rico? And I was like, you should go, because I had been to Puerto Rico before and I really like it. You know, I love Puerto Rico. Shout out to Puerto Rico, my girlfriend Leslie from Puerto Rico. So I was like, you should try, go, you know, experience it, have fun over there. And he goes like, would you come with us? And I was like, all right, let's go. So I planned, you know, to go with them. But I didn't know you guys were running Lola. Then I heard it from you, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna be there during those days as well. So maybe we'll run into each other. So that night, we sure did.
Oh boy.
So they were supposed to go back to their rooms
At a decent time.
At a decent time. And the first thing I told Elvis, like, hey, have you tried these mojitos over here?
And that's when we were like, yeah.
And that's when everything went down.
Big challenge. This is the unspoken challenge of running Lola. Is progressively the distances get longer and you're tending to be more outside the Friday night. Now tomorrow I got a 10K. That Saturday to Sunday transition is insane because Sunday you're running a half. It's hot. You're up at like 2:30 in the morning, but then you probably got to the room at
1:30, 1:45 to be exact.
But Lola was a lot of fun, no?
Wait, Lola's wait.
The year that my nostrils flared.
Because I remember it.
She's like, what's wrong? Are you upset? I'm like,
Are you mad?
I was like,
She's like,
I'm tired. I was like,
I'm like, oh my God, guys, we gotta go. You know when mom tells you, no vamos, pero ya. And we're like, oh, we look like little cucarachas running. Scattering like, oh, we're leaving, pero ya. So.
Lola 2024.
Oh man.
Man, that was pretty epic. The group was larger. Year one, there was only like 12 of us.
2024 was
Probably like 40 people came
I
out.
got my
There was
spreadsheet
people who came.
my spreadsheet.
There was people who came out to run, people who came out to cheer, people who did one of the runs, two, those who did the three. 2024 was special. We had a really great time. We had a beach day on Sunday after the half. The beach day was really, really popping.
I think Lola 2024 could have been a book. I think so. With all the things, you would have definitely had a chapter.
That's the year that Alexis was never in his room. Every time we went outside,
Did you have a room?
Every time we would go out,
I'm like, what are you doing outside again? A different shirt. What the hell?
It was going.
run into him everywhere.
It was coincidental. I mean, I was staying close to Elvis and Kat, and you know they would turn around
and we would see Alexis.
every corner. every corner they would turn around. I was walking back to my room and no cup. There's a funny story. I think it was Chris and Sasha. They were walking around, and Chris told Sasha like, I bet we
We're
go.
gonna see Alexis.
Yeah,
in
we're
that
gonna see
corner.
exactly. We're gonna see Alexis standing around that
And
corner.
he was in the corner.
And I was walking towards them, and I was like, damn it. Okay.
We're laughing.
Oh,
though.
man.
This year they moved to November, which is dope because the weather is better in Puerto Rico. I heard they changed the route a little bit, but I don't know. Stay tuned. We might pop out, make an appearance again next year. Jonathan, shout out to Jonathan. He did it this
held
year.
it down for BRS.
Definitely, he was a one-man BRS show down there,
I like those medals better than all the other ones that I have.
and he's been running it now since its inception. They're probably like in year 12 now, 11 or 12. And he's been running it since it started. Now it's grown so much, but we look forward to it. It competed with New York, and we had a large group going up to New York this year, so we couldn't get it done. But we look forward to that.
For a 10K. Just a 10K.
I don't think I'm challenged out at this point. I think the 10K,
cheer.
and I'll cheer the other two. Kat, without running, where would you be?
That's a loaded question. I think that, and without running, I would probably still be in Boston. I don't think there would be a BRS. I think maybe there would be something, a version of it. I don't think it would be what it is because I think that I put in my equity into it. I don't even know if it would be BRS. You maybe would have been.
If we split up, who would get BRS?
Mom, Dad, don't talk like this.
Who keeps the group?
I mean, I think.
It depends. I think the babes will go with her, and then the bros will go with you.
Yeah, I think it would be no longer co-ed. You get the guys, I get the girls. Without BRS, Elvis and I, let's say BRS wouldn't be a thing, or without running, I would probably be a little more, believe it or not, reserved. I know I'm an extrovert, but it takes a lot to put yourself out there and to at least living here in Florida without my family, my immediate family is in Boston. Running has done so much and changed my life so much that I'll be honest, I don't think I can fully answer that question because I don't know where I would be without running. Running has done so much for me, not just physically, mentally, but my significant other, my closest friends that are like sisters, love Alexis like a brother. Like, I don't know what my life would look like without BRS, and I don't think I want to think about that. I mean, I'm sure I would have great things going on as well, but it's just, life is a lot sweeter with BRS and running.
You'd be able to sleep in a little more though.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd probably be more in therapy. I would probably be cycling, but after my bike ride accident, I knew, let me stick to running because I busted my ass. Yeah. No, seriously, there's that limit list is always ding, ding, ding. There's always something, right? So yeah, it would be a lot less, let's just say it would be different in the aspect of, health-wise, I met my person through running, and it's just, I'm always out. I'm always doing something, whether it's...
What is it that Alyssa says? Mom, you stay outside.
Yeah, my kids are like, Mom, where are you going now? Are you home? No, I'm at an event. What time are you coming home? You're always out, but it's a healthy out. Yeah. My mom, for my birthday this past year, my mom's like, fueron a la discoteca, ¿dónde fueron? I'm like, no, mami, nos despertamos a las 4 a correr. And she's like, what? I'm like, or do you want me at the bar drinking, or do you want me, it's like a healthy outing.
One thing I will share, and I hope she doesn't kill me for sharing, but it brought tears to my eyes and it made me really happy. Alyssa texted me that time, and Emily's daughter, who I adore, and it was, I believe, for her birthday that I had texted her, and we were going back and forth, and she said, I'm so happy my mom has you and the group in her life. You guys have brought a lot of more happiness to her life, and that made me, because I know how Emily is as a mom, and seeing her kids see her all that running has brought to her was really a moment that meant a lot to me.
So without running, the Live It list would be less robust,
Yeah, and
less fun.
I was once a quiet person. Like the Emily you see, like I'm going around in the circle, hey, going. 10 years ago, that was not Emily. Now, put me in a room and I'm like working. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Hey, come on over.
What part of your identity, Kat, has running helped shape?
I would say my confidence. I feel like I'm very confident in like my education and like other parts of my life, but I think that I know we say it like you can do anything you set your mind to, but I think actually doing, like running, and whether running your first 5K, 10K, half, and a full, that really has made me like, I got this. I can do this. And even in the moments where I'm like second guessing myself, I'm like, no. And really the brain is a powerful thing. And sometimes as great of a person as you may be, sometimes you have that little voice that's telling you no, or like second guessing. And I think running has definitely helped me build my confidence. And I feel like it's kind of gone in different areas. It's trickled everywhere. So I'm really grateful for that.
To go back one question, without running, I mean, running for me has done so much, has brought me in touch with so many wonderful people, family. These folks have become family over the years, and it gave me a sense of confidence and a sense of accomplishment. Like knowing that running and life parallel one another so well. Running is a metaphor for life. I've said this before, and just knowing that you can have a tough mile, but you equate that to a bump on the road in life, a curveball that life throws you, but you just keep going forward. It's very linear. You're going to keep going forward. There are times where you're going to dodge some shit, but running has helped me tremendously in that aspect. And if I wasn't running, I've shared this probably very rarely. Prior to this and prior to meeting Kat, I had a plan. I was going to live in Tulum. I was gonna seasonally live places from Florida to Tulum to New York. I was gonna be my triangle of life, right? And I met Kat. If those who don't know this story, we met at the start line to Miami 2022, and it's just kind of changed the game for me, changed my life, changed my world for the better, right? Tulum will always be there. In fact, I don't even care to go there anymore. I've been there a few times, and it's had a lot of fun. Shout out to Tulum and our listeners in Mexico. A lot of fun, but yeah, that's no longer fun. I've removed that from my blueprint. So moving forward, everything that became from that encounter, that chance encounter, it's probably like 15 to 20,000 people running that morning, and that chance encounter with Catherine.
Can you just call me Kat, not Catherine?
That it really changed the game. It changed a lot for us. It changed a lot of lives. Hundreds of lives have been impacted by that meeting, which goes to show you like any minute can change people's worlds, the trajectory of everything. There was a movie that did that one time, and they had 4 different parallels going, 4 different lives that eventually like intersected. I forget the name of the movie. It was one of those thought-provoking ones. But 4 different lives, they were kind of like following their journeys. And at some point throughout the story, their lives interjected. But whether they knew it or not, it changed everything for them from that moment going forward. And I feel like it was that for February 2022 for us and for all the people who have been a part of this journey with us. We're really, really grateful for that. The hardware that you brought with you today is right behind you there on that backdrop. Alexis, you wanna point it out and talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, I remember when I did Boston. No.
You qualified with a crazy time.
That was your first one, right?
My first one, man. No, I'm just kidding. So I brought this too. The Marine Corps Marathon, that's my first marathon, and I recently did it in October 25th.
Shout out to that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was a great experience. I mean, it did something that I only a couple of years ago never really thought I would be able to do. And to kind of go back to that, like while I was running, that race, I thought of the first time I ran with the group. You know, we used to take off from the boat campus, right? And I didn't even make it to the corner of Pine Island and Peters Road.
Really?
Like I was already dying by that
That's probably like a .3.
point, something like that. Yeah,
Two.
yeah, exactly. It shows. I mean, it kind of makes me realize the hard work that I put in to accomplish that, and it's something great, something amazing that with all the effort I was able to accomplish. So hopefully, you know, now I want to do another one sometime if I ever qualify for another one and try to make a better time. We'll see what the future brings. And then I brought this one as well, Medellin. Run it in September.
Shout out to Colombia.
Shout out to Colombia. So it was a wonderful experience. It was a half marathon, but even though the route, the course was really tough, and despite the fact that you're running at 1,500 meters above sea level, it was a very, very nice race. You know, wonderful experience. The people were cheering all along. Very well organized, a beautiful town, and a wonderful experience. So and you know, it means a lot to me because so far it's been my best halftime marathon time. You know, officially recorded. So hopefully, you know, with the ones that are coming up, sign up for Miami to do that one again, and we're going to do, you know, there's a group of us going to do New York half as well in March. So I'm hoping to get those times even better.
That's what's up, man. I'm sure you will. With the right training, you already have the right mindset. You're gonna push a lot further than you even think you will. So shout out to you. Shout out to those races. Emily, you want to point out your hardware up there?
So I brought these two. This was my very first marathon, actually my only marathon at the moment. I did this back in 2016. So I started running in 2013 after a health scare. And I remember I did a 5K and I was like, I'm gonna die. So, you know, years went on. 2016, Disney, and now I've, you know, fast forward to January 2026, I'm running my second marathon, God willing, crossing that finish line.
Is it the same one?
It's the same one in Disney.
Nice.
So it's crazy. I mean, I always think back to that where I think my longest run was 17 miles. I didn't know anything about gels. I don't know how I did that, but I did it. The mindset. You know, and then this one, the pineapple, was from this past weekend, was the turkey trot in Miami. So they give you, I did the series. So I did
Nice.
the half marathon in January. Then you do the 305 5K in March, and then you do the turkey trot at the end of in November, and then they give you the pineapple. So that one is just more of like, I always, you know, encourage people to always have something on your calendar. Always, it'll keep you being consistent. So that's my very, you know, latest medal.
That's a highly coveted one, that pineapple one. A lot of people talk about it. There's a lot of excitement around it. Baptist Health, shout out to them. Shout out to Lifetime for putting that series together. And you know, it just gets more popular every year. And we're excited about that. Me personally, I'm looking forward to Miami. That's my next race that I have on my calendar, coming back from an injury. Really excited. When I last did a half, I was in sub 2 world, but I don't know how my body's gonna respond this time. I've struggled with a couple injuries since then, and I trust myself. I trust my training. I trust my community, and I'm sure they'll push me through. Look for BRS at mile 11. Runners left. We have a pretty, level of 1 to 10?
Let's just say that. You're cheering?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, you're running, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say that M and I got the shenanigans.
Shenanigans department
Has been activated for that one. 2 years ago, 2023, I believe it was. I think it wasn't 2023. It was 24. It was 24 because we had a really nice, really dope cheer section. About 80 something runners did it that year. But the cheer section, we had like 40 people there. There was a barbecue, there was music, there was confetti poppers. It wasn't. I think the course wasn't as crowded. I think for South Florida, the running really started, like it just went into another stratosphere. I want to say after Miami 24 is when you started seeing like clubs on every single corner.
Also for the cheer zone, I remember I did it the year that I met you, and the only cheer zone squad that I saw there was Pioneers. Shout out to Sid and Pioneers. And then the following year, it was myself, you, and Rick that did it. I believe that was the last year you did it. And then 2024, when we did it with BRS, that cheer zone was incredible. You guys were grilling, music. It was, amazing. Aguardiente shots.
Good job.
Yes, yeah. You crushed that job. Yeah.
Yes, and ever since then we have.
That's a tradition. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be out in the streets, man.
But then 2025, this year, I noticed, I'm sure you noticed, running, like right before the cheer squad, it was a little, shout out to everybody that was cheering, but it was a little frustrating because there were so many people cheering. Like there was different groups cheering and stuff, and I'm like, where are my people? Like I love the people, but where are my people? And we don't just cheer for our people, we cheer for everyone. And I think that is an incredible thing, because when you're hitting a wall, or when you want to stop, or you're tired, or you're hungry, or you're hot, like you see your people and that scream, it makes you feel like you can fly.
I think our original cheer section, I want to say, was it Flanagan's 2023?
Yes.
When we it was so impromptu.
Exactly.
Like we didn't plan for it. People just kind of convened in that one spot, and we just kind of came together, had the whole Black Sunday theme going. And you know, from there, forget it. Then we did the Miami one a couple months later, and from there it's like A1A. Oh man, now we're cheering like everything. Like we try as a leadership, we're like, no, we're not gonna cheer for a 5K. We're not gonna cheer, but people just do it anyway.
Is there a cheer zone?
Is that?
You know, and even for Miami, it's crazy because we're looking for our spot on the left, but it's like seeing Rafa as like the angel running towards you. Right? On the bridge, it's like, okay, you're good. You need something to drink, water, whatever. And then he runs back to the cheer zone. So by the time you get to the cheer zone,
All your stuff is ready.
you have the water, you have the Bengay, and it's like, and it's natural. Yeah, and then it just happens. I think with our group, it's just, everything happens organically.
And especially in those moments, I think we've all been in those moments when people need that last push, like at Flanagan's or whatever, like those screams, that energy, it really makes the world a difference.
100%. We love it. We thank you guys for being here today. It's been a great episode. Man, we need to do this more often, honestly. We need to do this more often.
Yeah, I'll bring the aguardiente.
I'll bring
Yes,
pastelitos. Yes.
I'll bring my plate.
Well, that wraps up episode 2 of the BRS podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun, a lot of great conversation with the leaders today on the couch. I hope you all got a chance to get to know them better. You know, keep shining. See you guys at the next run. Signing off.
BRS out.
Bye.